incredible, knowledgeable. Trust Zia Abbas.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Hi viewers, I'm Zia Abbas. You are watching Buy Low and Sell High. In today's episode, it would be purely information-based episode. Our first guest would be Amin Noorani from ABN Corporation. Amin would discuss about the red items, that why one should be very much careful when they submit their taxes. And once they be within the red tag radius, then it would be very difficult to get out of that. So Amin would further discuss about that matter, so how you can protect yourself and how you can take care of yourself. Salman from Mortgage Alliance would also discuss about the ownership, that how important is ownership in a world of real estate. You have to carefully listen to him and find it out. He has a really amazing tips about the ownership in real estate. Sami Ejaz would discuss the current month of April TRAB's number, the sales, the increase, and the average price. So that is also quite an informative session from him. But other important thing is, especially when viewers are watching me, most of you guys are real estate agents as well, realtors as well. And today, if you can see in a Greater Toronto area, what kind of brokerages are involved, and they are offering all of you a certain package from their platform in a traditional manner, in non-traditional manner. But the difference between world-class Realty Point and the other brokerages are very essential. What world-class Realty Points are offering is, which is the most important thing, is access to a pre-construction world. If you guys are selling resale homes, keep selling resale homes. If you're working with sellers, you're working with buyers in resale, selling their houses, selling their commercial properties or resale condominiums, keep doing it. But there would be another new path, a parallel path to resale, is a pre-construction new homes and a pre-construction condominiums, where it would be a very niche market where you can explore yourself in the world of investor market, investor-driven market, where you can increase your revenues. Always give a try. Give us a call in World-Class Realty Point for multiple locations and access to product with the very nominal packages. Let's go to the first guest, Amin Noorani. Stay with us.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Viewers, I'm sitting with Amin Noorani, a very experienced chartered accountant from ABN Corporation. We're going to discuss a very important topic with Amin today from the tax perspective. Amin, how are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for joining us. Submitting a tax is a one aspect, but what is exactly the red tag items?
Zia, very important that these days, as you know, that it is very easy to file the tax returns. You have the software, your accountant has softwares, you file your return electronically and you get the immediate assessment. As soon as you get the assessment, you feel that my tax is over.
Done.
It is not like that, because these days the CRA has such a sophisticated software, and there are some kind of a parameters in that software which immediately picks up the items which is red flag, and that's what we are going to discuss about today.
Okay.
Right? So the most important thing is your income threshold. So now it is by default, if you are in a higher bracket of income, let's say a couple of $100,000, $200,000-$300,000,
Yes.
you are making it, the chances of being audited is much higher than if you are making $40,000.
Okay.
Because CRA, they are in the business of of making money out of the taxes, and if they see that if you are making that kind of a money, they can get more money out of you, as simple as that.
Exactly.
So their chances of the audit is much higher on that one. Now these are the things which we will discuss, which you have to be very, very careful about it. It doesn't mean that you are not going to claim those things, but you have to be careful. It means that you should have a proper supporting documents for these items. The first thing is, never try to hide your income. These days CRA gets the independent verification or the reporting of those incomes, like a T4, like a T4As, T5s, T3s. These are being directly reported to CRA by your employer or by whomever you have made the money out of, right? So that's very important that you report your income properly. Very, very important. Otherwise CRA have the information, they will double check it, and if that income does not match with your T1, they are going to come after you. So that's another thing. They also have the check, if you have claimed anything extraordinary expenses,
Yes.
you are going to be red flag, right?
Okay.
So if the expenses are legitimate, make sure that you have a proper supporting of it. I'm not saying that do not claim it, because these are the legitimate expenses. Absolutely you are going to claim it. Make sure that you have a proper documentation on that one. Charitable donation, that's another item. Definitely, even if you have filed your taxes electronically, they are going to come and they are going to check the charitable donation. In the past, there were so many scams going on. The people have just got the receipt from the company, from non-profit organization, and I'm sure that you are aware of it, right?
Of course, yeah.
And CRA is going to audit those charitable deductions, right? It is absolutely important. You also know that last 3 years they are after your foreign assets. Wherever, if you have any foreign assets, any part of the world, now they are making an integration with those countries.
Yes.
So you have to file 1135, and if you have not filed your 1135 on time, it means there's a $2,500 penalty on it. So ensure that you file your 1135. If you have any assets more than $100,000, any part of the world, you report that assets. Otherwise, when you are going to bring the money from any other country, they are going to be all taxable. And you know that Canada, it's an immigrant country. So when you migrate to this country, you usually have an assets before you migrate. Those assets are not taxable, right? So if you report those assets into 1135, then these assets are not taxable. And it is very common that the accountant says, or many people advise these people, if they do not go to the professionals, there is no need to report these assets. Absolutely, you have to report these assets, because there's an advantage on it. Because when you bring the money, it is non-taxable. If you have made money, that money was made before you have been immigrated. Another thing is that if you have started a business, a small business, and that business has gone under, there is another opportunity available that is called allowable business investment loss. You can claim 50% of that loss, you can claim under your personal income, and that is legitimate expense, but guaranteed you are going to get an audit if you are going to claim that. So I'm not saying that do not claim it. Make sure that you have a proper documentation of that one. It's a great opportunity. If you have made some losses in your corporation, you can even claim under your personal income, right? Tuition credit, right? That if you have claimed for the tuition credit, the CRA is going to ask for the supporting documents, right? It is very important. Now you have a small business, so there are some expenses which you claim. So as soon as you have a small business, and if it is the nature of the business is a cash business, for example, if you have a beauty salon or an auto business or a restaurant, there's a lot of cash involved in it, right? So that is a red flag. CRA wants to ensure that you have reported all the income. Now in the small businesses, you also claim as a home office expenses, because if you are running the business from the house, right? I've seen many cases the taxpayer has deducted 50% of their home expenses against the business. That is not acceptable, because you are living in this office. 10, 15, 20% at the max you can claim, because that is legitimate, because you are working from a home, you are using the home facilities. So there are some expenses which you can allow. 100% use of the vehicle, that is absolutely next to impossible. That if you have a vehicle and you are using 100% of that vehicle for your business, right? Definitely you are using for your own purposes as well. Meals and entertainment is another item. So meals and entertainment is very confusing. It is the only expense which you have spent on your client to create a business. That is only legitimate. If you are spending the meals and entertainment, people have the idea that whatever the meals and entertainment they can do for the family or with their friends, they are not tax
Not
deductible.
acceptable.
And only out of that 50% is tax deductible, even if it is for the business purposes.
Okay.
Because one of the reason is because the 50% of the meal they believe that you are spending on yourself.
Exactly.
So that is not tax deductible, right? So these are the few items. Another thing is the mathematical error. If you have made any mistake in creating the tax returns, because what the CRA does, that whatever the information you have provided, they are going to process the separate tax returns at their own end, and if their numbers does not match with yours, then it means that there's made it, right? Signature also very, very important, that if it has been filed electronically, you provide the signature to your accountant, or if you have prepared it manually, make sure that the return has been signed. If the returns has not been signed, they are going to come and they see that if something, maybe there is some fishy things going on. So these are some of the tips. There are many things in which you have to be careful about it, but these are specifically which come right now. I'm thinking of it, that I think that taxpayer should be.
No, great. Thanks a lot. I mean, thank you very much. I know the time is quite tight, like, and then we can't explain everything. But again, once again, thank you very much. Viewers, it's very important that if you need more information from this point onward, you can contact Amin directly. You can go visit him. Trust me, you can find a lot of good information and in-depth information. If you got information with the last 5-6 minutes, so imagine how much of info you can further get from Amin if you meet him in person. We'll go on a break. Stay with us.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
ABN is a full-service boutique accounting firm. ABN can provide you with a range of financial and advisory services that can help create, build, and protect value. See beyond the numbers. CPAs can do so much more.
Hi, I'm Zia Abbas, President and owner of World Class Realty Point Brokerage. I did like to ask you a few questions. Does your current brokerage offer you multiple locations, sales training, CRM software, fresh website content, and social media exposure? Access to all exciting pre-construction condo and low-rise homes projects, all for no additional fee. Call me with the confidence to join World Class Realty Point. I will show you how to increase your business and your income in the world of pre-construction while doing resale homes and condos.
Do you have credit card that is weighing you down? Does your home need renovation? Whatever the reason, there has never been a better time to take advantage of the equity in your home, with the rates at an all-time low. You can save thousands by lowering your interest rate and consolidating your high-interest credit card. Mortgage professionals at Team Salman can do this for you. Call us or visit us today at www.teamsalman.com. We deliver mortgages.
For over 20 years, Baker Real Estate has been proud to represent the most successful new construction condominium developers in Toronto. When you buy through Baker, you know you've bought the best.
Abrahams LLP. We provide services in corporate law, civil litigation, and real estate.
We are lawyers to Toronto's entrepreneur.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Viewers, I'm sitting with Salman Arif from Mortgage Alliance. Today, we're going to ask Salman about the importance of the ownership, and carefully listen. Hi Salman, how are you?
Good, Zia. How are you?
A recent example came to me today. A person had a house and he moved to other house, and his house, he got an offer on his house last year for $975,000.
Okay.
So he decided not to sell, though that house was bought for $500,000.
Wow.
And then he found a renter, he rented the property. Exactly after 12 months, he had an opportunity to sell that house again. And recently, he sold the house for $1.2 million,
Oh, that's a lot.
about $250,000 in
Yeah.
a year, right? People make money in real estate.
Right.
Sometimes it's a lot of money, sometimes it's a decent money, but money can be made in real estate. Now, a lot of audience are listening us who did not manage to buy real estate and they are still renting properties. What sort of message you want to give it to them?
If you invest in real estate, you will make money. Or if you buy and sell, you will make money.
Yeah,
You need some sort of place to live yourself in,
exactly.
right? If you have a family, even if you're alone, you need somewhere, some kind of shelter. Now, most of the people are on rent and they're thinking couple of things, or multiple things, I should say. They're thinking that they're not qualified for mortgage first.
Yeah,
They're thinking that they want to buy $500,000 house,
yeah,
not $300,000 house. They're thinking that mortgage is a big word for them,
yeah,
and they don't want to go into liability.
yes,
They're thinking so many different things. Now, when it's times for you to buy a house, when they think that they are qualified for mortgage, they go visit any bank or they go visit any broker.
yeah,
If they come to us, for example, then they gotta know that they have to still wait for another couple of years or another years, because they are not 100% qualified credit-wise or down payment-wise. They have to wait another 6 months. People has no idea. We are basically based on a triangle, and this triangle has 3 corners, which is income, credit, and down payment. Those are the 3 obstacles we are dealing when we're talking about the mortgage. Down payment has different guidelines, credit has different guidelines, and income has different guidelines. Now, they are not taking the initiate today and thinking that once they're ready, they will go. Instead, what they should do, as long as they arrive to Canada first time,
yes,
they should come and see us, they should come and see any professional and ask for their options, right? Let's say if they want to buy a property after 1 year, they think that they will not qualify after 1 year. To be honest, they will
Yeah.
qualify after 1 year with the minimum down payment, which is 5%. We discussed this thing, Zia, for a few episodes back, that that CMAC or any insurer, they might stop doing 5% down payment deals.
yes,
And recently in February, it happened that, they didn't stop it, but they put a cap. Below 500,000, you can put 5%, and after that, you have to put 10%.
Yes.
And you never know that it might be eliminated. I'm talking about the 5%
Yeah.
down payment.
Yes.
So they should take initiate today instead of living on rent.
Yeah.
They should go and purchase a property.
no, definitely they should, but a lot of people, they come back to me, say, well, it's my principal residence. Even if I made $1 million on it, what difference it makes, because I'm living there.
Right.
But you are taking all those advantages of living in your dream homes by a homeowner,
That's right.
right?
That's right.
Despite of making money. But that is only one, one aspect where you would sleep so well overnight that, I have $1 million equity sitting in my house.
Right.
But other than that, you enjoy your time, you enjoy your family, your kids within that premises. That itself, you can't gauge that
right.
money. Say, if you are in a rental property for, say, last 15, 20 years, and you don't have a rent for next month, what would happen? Versus if you have an equity sitting in your home, and you were really a good payer,
Right.
to your banks. What if you pick a phone and say, I want to
some
defer
money, yeah.
some payments
Right.
for next 3-4 months? That is also possible.
Right.
So these things are definitely brings a lot of value.
Beautiful example. And one of a very sweet friend of mine told me, and you know this guy. He said, Salman, is a big difference to living in somebody else's basement
Yes.
and live in your own basement.
There's a purpose. There's a goal behind it, right?
Right. Even if you cannot afford,
Yes.
for sure, if you're living in a rental property, you must be paying $1,200 to $2,000 rental. Means you can afford that kind of money. And if you purchase a house, your mortgage will be a lot lesser than this. So people should think about it.
Definitely, Salman. And then I always, inform my viewers, even on air, that It's not about mortgage brokers. It's not about realtors. It's not about any services-based personality.
Right.
It's, you know what, I can get you the best house. You can get them the best mortgage. But that shouldn't be an ultimate goal.
Right.
The point is that they have to come and build that relationship.
That's right.
Relationship with you. Once they sit with you in your office, once they start talking, that means there might be other doors getting open.
Exactly.
Right?
They have to understand
Yes.
that how are we going to take them from destination A to the final destination, to
Definitely.
destination B, because it's not something which can come overnight. They have
Exactly.
to come and they have to understand the options.
You know, if first-time home buyer goes for a mortgage today, right, that would
Right.
be the first ultimate step.
That's right.
Now they have to be with a mortgage broker tomorrow, like, you know, to buy another house, to sell, to refinance, second mortgage, getting equity out.
Right.
So it's an ongoing relationship.
there are so many
so
things.
You might as well build your relationship with a mortgage broker the way you built your relationship with your family
Absolutely.
doctor, the way you
Absolutely.
build, like, you know, with your accountant, the way you build with realtors. So it is very important. But once again, thank you very much for your
You're
time.
welcome.
And viewers, as you listen to Salman carefully, it's all about relationship. Give him a call, meet him, find it out what sort of other information or platforms you ever get from him rather than only getting a mortgage. We'll go to the next break. Stay with us.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Hi, I'm Zia Abbas, the president and owner of Realty Point franchise. I invite you to make this year the year you become the boss for yourself through real estate ownership. Our brokerage franchises pay low per transaction fee to have access to office space, deal administrative, meeting space, all at no additional cost. Top producing brokers can save thousands of dollars in annual income taxes through brokerage ownership. Isn't it time you added owner, president, and broker of record to your own accomplishment? Call me with the confidence.
For over 20 years, Baker Real Estate has been proud to represent the most successful new construction condominium developers in Toronto. When you buy through Baker, you know you've bought the best.
Welcome to 1215 York Mills at the Ravine. Tower 1 offers modern 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suites from the mid-200s. Owned from $12.35 per month, free parking included. Next to the Don Valley Parkway, close to Fairview Mall, shops of Don Mills, schools, and parks. Limited time offer, 8% interest on your deposit or up to $15,000 in upgrades. Presentation Center and Model Suite, 1213 York Mills Road. Call 416-850-2489 or visit theravine.ca.
ABN is a full-service boutique accounting firm. ABN can provide you with a range of financial and advisory services that can help create, build, and protect value. See beyond the numbers. CPAs can do so much more.
This is John. John recently set up his own real estate brokerage, but he got so overwhelmed by all the administration involved in running his office that he never had time to sell any real estate. So John turned to Realty Point, who took over all the administration for his business, like answering calls, coordinating deals, and reconciling accounts, and made all the hassle go away. So John can get on with what he does best, selling real estate. Want to be just like John? Call now for your confidential consultation.
Abrahams LLP. We provide services in corporate law, civil litigation, and real estate.
We are lawyers to Toronto's entrepreneur.
Hi, I'm Zia Abbas and proudly introduce Pier 27 Phase 3 at the foot of Yonge Street with an amazing water view. This 35-story building has just over 400 units. If you really want to see a great views from your balcony, this is the project you have to follow. Call me with the confidence to secure your allocation to buy low and sell high.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
My name is Sami Jazz and I'm a real estate agent in the Greater Toronto Area. Today I would like to give you a year-over-year comparison of March 2015 versus 2016 of the Greater Toronto real estate market. There were 10,326 residential transactions through the TREBS MLS system in March 2016 with a 16.2% increase compared to March 2015. This demonstrates a huge demand for home ownership as it is an affordable and long-term investment. The average price was $688,181 in March 2016 with a 12.1% increase compared to March 2015 in which the price was $613,815. This means that the competition between buyers is increasing, which is driving up the prices. The average days on market in March 2016 was 16 days with a 20% decrease compared to March 2015. So on average, it took 4 days less to sell your listing in March 2016 versus March 2015. As you can tell, transactions have increased by 16%, price has increased by 12%, and days on market has decreased by 20%. And all other year-over-year percentage changes have shown an evident increase in average price. We're off to a strong start for March 2016. See you all in early May for what happened in April 2016.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Viewers, it's time to wrap the program. I'm quite hopeful that you may gather a lot of information from Salman Arif, Mortgage Alliance, and Amin Noorani from ABN Corporation and Sami Ejaz. Keep watching us and keep writing us. If you have any concerns, any questions, email us or give me a call. Then I would always try my best to keep your concerns, your questions within the program that the other viewers should benefit out of it. For realtors, World Class Realty Point is the platform to explore, especially if you want to work on both parallel paths, resale homes, commercials, condos, as well as pre-construction new homes and pre-construction condominiums access. See all of you next week. Stay blessed. Thank you.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.